Previously on Unfiltered Heart Talks.
I was just being young, dumb, stupid, doing all the wrong things, and I just didn't think that it was fair to her. If I had stayed, would our relationship be better? That was not the kind of person I wanted to be. But one of the challenges I have with the church community, the Christian community, is that as soon as someone hears that something happened negatively in your life, there's a reason why the scripture says, find your wife who is suitable for you. It simply means that
not everybody
is suitable.
It's important, if you are serious about doing things God's way, do it His way entirely. Study it in its entirety. God doesn't just want you to get married. He wants you to get married to the suitable partner, right? God doesn't just want X. He wants this. He wants there's a particular way. So you can decide that, okay, I'm going to get married. That's just one box you've ticked. Have you gone through the list to ensure that you're doing it His way? It's not just marriage. You have to choose the right person, because if you don't, then things will get ugly. And you can stick it out. I stuck it out for 2 years. My endurance only kept me that long. You stuck it out for 8 years, 8+ years. But, do it right. Do it right. And study and do it right.
And well, we said this before, but finding someone is suitable is very important. The question is, how long did you dated before you got married?
Dated.
Or courted.
Because we didn't date, 6 months. It was very quick. And it wasn't even 6 months of continuous interaction face to face, because I remember COVID hit and he left. So we literally maybe had maybe a week of face-to-face interactions.
Right.
Okay, this is what you look like happy. This is what you look like this. We didn't have much time.
Right. And
I know it sounds weird, but he was the one who set the wedding date. And I was like, okay, I want to do things God's way. So I guess, date set. But it was quick, 6 months, and then we got married.
Sometimes I wonder if time has anything to do with it. One thing I can say, there are a lot of people who, they just saw somebody and they said, yep, he's the one. Yep, she's the one.
1%, babe.
And
1%.
They never make the rule.
Yes,
okay.
1%.
So we're not even going to talk about that 1%, But is timing important in dating?
It is.
In general, it is. I think it is.
It is.
I dated for 2 years and, I still ended up in divorce. You dated for 6 months, still ended up in divorce.
Yeah.
Are we a part of the 1%? For me personally, it is very important that you take time and get to know the person. One of the factors that I also see missing from dating is that a lot of times when you're dating someone, people don't really try to get to know the family anymore. And let me finish my comment, because this is a hard point. Let me finish my comment.
Tell them, babe. It's serious.
So one of the things that I see, let me just say this over again. One of the things that I see in dating is that one of the main factor that I see missing from dating today is that people don't really take time to know the family anymore.
Tell me.
And in reality, no one knows the person you are dating, the person who you will go on to court, the person who you will go on to marry, more than their immediate family.
Yes.
People don't necessarily ask questions about who this person is. And in reality, there are a lot of times when a lot of family members are honest enough to say
and would discourage it.
This person is not the best fit for you and I will discourage it. But people don't really take the time to really get that level of investment, put that level of investment into truly knowing the person who you want to spend the rest of your life with. And family is important in that dynamics. And we are a living example of that, how much our family gels together and how much they both wanted us, to both sides of the family wanted us to be together, but that is something that we see missing. And I think that if more time was truly spent on knowing the person that you are getting involved with,
and their
by
family.
by way of getting involved with the family, go to those family functions. If he's not inviting you,
Problem.
red flag. If she's not inviting you, red flag. It's important to get to know the family of the person who you want to live out the rest of your days with. And a lot of times we hear again where some people would say, "Feel mother not like me."
It's not a big deal. That's a humongous deal.
Or the man will say, "Cho,
Our father don't like me. It's not a big deal."
And
No.
even my past relationship was like that. I don't know if her father liked me or if he didn't like me.
But
It
you
was
had
just
the
strange.
sense that
It was just a strange relationship. And what you find sometimes is, even when people make their own decisions, if you are involved with someone who has a family member in their ears,
problem.
it doesn't matter if they make their own decision. Trust me, there are words being said that will help to influence the decisions that they go on to make in the future.
Not true.
So it's important to date someone whose family approves of you.
Not true.
And that is important. We saw that dynamic throughout scriptures where both sides of the family was always involved in the joining together. So is family important in that? It's absolutely important. The time frame?
Absolutely.
Age? Talk about age. Talk about age.
Like, do you think it's okay? Don't even think about the 1%. Is it? And I'm asking you guys too. But do you think it's okay for a woman to marry, or a woman to marry a man that is younger than her, even if they're in their 30s? Like, let's say she's 30 and he is 4 years younger or 3 years younger. Do you think it's safe? What would you recommend? What are your thoughts on a woman marrying a younger man?
I will say this.
Leave your comments in the comment box.
I will say this. If the age gap, if the difference in age comes in the sense where she's 30 and he's in his early 20s.
Mercy said no.
Then it's a no.
Absolutely not. Not even no.
Because personally, while you may have that 1%, I don't believe, my belief is that young men, young women who are in their early 20s are not fully prepared to handle the responsibilities that comes with marital relationship or relationships. That's a whole new level of challenges, And while it is true that you might have gone through experiences in your life that would have sprouted your growth and development,
not ready for you for this.
When it comes to marriage, there is no amount of experience that you can go through that truly prepares you for the process. Does the experiences that you go through help? They do. Is it enough? It depends on the age that you are at. And in reality, we still see people being mature enough, quote unquote, being at the age level where you would think or you would believe that this person is at that age in their 30s, their late 20s, 27, 28, 29, 30, 40, and they are at that age where they are ready for marriage. They can handle it. But sometimes those marriages still fail. But apart from that, young men, young women, there is a lot about life that we need to experience. When you're in your early 20s, you're going through what is called the identity crisis. You're not ready for a relationship yet. Worse,
No
marriage.
disrespect. No disrespect.
Can you date
Absolutely.
within the context of dating?
Correctly.
Yes.
Get to know people. Talk to them. See who they are. How do they handle conflict? How do they handle stress?
Right.
What are their values?
Right.
Yes.
But again, see me
and live with me.
and come live with me. A two different story. Yeah. That's what we say in Jamaica. So at that young age, my encouragement to young people is enjoy their youth. And enjoying your youth doesn't mean that you should go around having sex with Stacy and Mary and Sharon or Tom, Dick and Harry. It simply means that be a youth. Go to school, get your education, try to work and develop yourself. Go through the reflective practice, see your strengths and weaknesses and work on your weaknesses. As a man especially, try to become the best version of society, not even of yourself. Take it higher. Try to become the best version of society.
Of society standard, yeah.
So that you can position yourself in a place where you will have what you need, both in character, both physically. Go to the gym, work out, take care of your health, take care of your body. So do those things in your youth so that you can position yourself at the age of, 27, 28, 29, 30 to choose the woman you want to spend the rest of your life with. And that's a huge difference. There's a difference in having a woman choose you and you choosing the woman you want to be with. When you are not in the position to make a choice, you don't have any choice. So
say that again. Rewind.
Yeah, when you are not in a position to make a choice, you don't have any choice. So if you want to be the kind of person who is going to decide on the woman that you want to be with, you need to position yourself to be able to do that. And if you're getting married at 21 years old, unless you have some family inheritance, you're not ready.
And even if you have family inheritance, we mentioned it before, mentally you're not ready unless somebody download everything into you and you're 80-year-old man in a 21-year-old body. Finances does not prepare you. It is nice. It's a great cushion, but if you're stupid with money, you will lose it. You'll squander it.
Because like for us, we started picking sense out of nonsense when we
late
were 27, 27, 28. 27 was that age when I was sitting down and I was like, damn. Really, I got the palm on, Those are, I'm going to really be out there on my own. I'm going to really be, and I've been on my own from what, 16?
16.
Yeah. I was at 16 years old, being out on my own from 16, and I was still not prepared at 21, 22, 23
for marriage.
So talk about hardships. Hardships prepare you for some struggles in life, some level of struggles. It doesn't necessarily prepare you for all struggles. So it goes back to what I always say, that maturity comes in stages.
It does.
So that would be my encouragement. And I think, baby, this we can end our conversation here. So, give your last 2 pence and wrap it up.
Definitely. Yes. And I can't wait for us to talk about our experiences with dating within this culture. Ooh. Are you ready for that? Yes. Ready for that, babe?
Why?
Yep. It's going to be a roller coaster, guys. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I have a few experiences, my dear, that I definitely want to share.
I definitely have my questions.
But shoot them.
Yes.
Shoot them.
No?
No.
No. Okay.
But yeah, for sure.
Yes.
So.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning into today's episode where we spoke about why we stayed married and why we got divorced. If you like our content, we are also available on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Show us some love over there. Unfiltered Heart Talks.
See you guys. Stay tuned for the next one.